Hey everyone! Welcome back to Black Talent TV's Look Who's Next. Of course, you guys know I am your hostess with the mostest, Mrs. Simone Jackson. Always here to bring you guys another great episode of Look Who's Next. In case you guys don't know, for those who don't know, Look Who's Next is an engaging podcast where we have great conversations with influential people in the entertainment industry. Our next guest for today is really quickly becoming a premier expert in her in speaking and writing and recognizing an author, entrepreneur. She's really great at really getting women to maximize their full potential. So we're really excited to be speaking to her. She's got an amazing extension career list, so we're really excited to be speaking with her today. Please, everyone, give a warm welcome to Miss Lakara Foster. Hi, Lakara.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We're excited to be talking with you today. We're really excited. We really appreciate, like I said, you are a very busy woman. So we're really excited to have you on here on the show today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be speaking with you all.
Yeah, we are excited to be speaking with you. So I'm going to fire the first question at you, Miss Lakara. Can you tell us what began your journey with writing?
Oh, that is a good question. It's so funny. I was talking to my niece yesterday who's 8, and I was asking her what her favorite subject was in school. And her favorite subject is reading. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's mine too. And I think just being an avid reader really led me to wanting to tell my own stories. So that it began at a very young age.
I love reading too. We should all start a little book club. I'm serious.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, I was the biggest reader. Like, you could always catch me at the library with maybe, not even kidding, maybe 10, 15 books.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like we should start a book club. I think
Oh my God.
awesome. That is awesome because that was oh yeah, there was no one that loved books in my school more than me. That is, and my schoolmates will definitely tell you that.
Yes,
But
I love it.
yeah, but you're also an author. So can you tell us, the Black Talent TV audience, some of the books you've written?
Yes, absolutely. So the first book I wrote is called The Day the Truth Was Told, Poetic Confessions of a Liar. And that was a book of poetry. It's kind of one of those things that I just really had to get out of my system. And then from there, my second book, which was written in 2012, is The Grown Woman's Guide to Greatness. 8 spiritual lessons you must learn today. And that's probably the one that has sold the most, just in terms of being able to really empower women, inspire women to just go after the things that we want, to live our best life, to find our purpose, and to just kind of realize that, the clock is ticking,
Absolutely. And no, this is definitely why I definitely gravitated to you, because I do love the message that you are spreading, the empowering women, and, just how we can reach our best potential. So those are definitely one of the reasons why I gravitated, and I'm glad that's definitely in one of the message in one of your books. But, not only are you a speaker and an author, but you are also in a web series called The Gift. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yes, The Gift is a new web series, and it speaks to my gift. And I don't like to use the term psychic or medium, but it is what it is. It's kind of, that's the layman term for it, but it's a gift that I have to be able to communicate with loved ones who've passed. And it allows us to, allows me to be able to bring, messages of healing, closure, and peace to those that want it. So we have filmed 8 episodes. The first part of the finale aired yesterday. The second part will air next Sunday. And it has gotten a lot of buzz and a lot of attention. And it's just been really good.
Oh, I can't wait to check it out, and I definitely employ the Black Talent TV audience to go check it out. I'm all about the mediums and psychics. I love those types of shows. So I do. I love those type of shows. The Ghost Whisperer with Jennifer Love Hewitt. Anything with the mediums. I love all the medium talk show hosts they got. Is it Long Island medium? Yeah, that type of stuff.
The Long Island medium. Yes, yeah. It's probably one of my favorites. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's refreshing, though, to have, because it's not seen as much to have, a woman of color to actually do the medium. And I love that. So I definitely will be checking that series out. I definitely encourage everyone to check that out, too. But to have a little fun fact on you, Miss Miss Lakara, you back in 2001 had the chance to be on the Oprah show. You are living my dream. I'm very envious of you because I was working. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little envious. So I will try to not ask this question with bitterness and envy. But what was your experience like?
You know, it's so funny that you're asking that question right now, because I'm literally trying. One of my my spiritual mentors, if you will, she was like, I want you to go back and watch that tape that you're on the show. So I was like, okay, but guess what? It was 2001, so it's on a VHS. So I am on Facebook sounding like somebody's crackhead, like, hey, anybody got a VCR I can borrow? And my brother texted me, he's like, bye, Felicia, like, get off of Facebook looking for a VCR. But I found one. So I'm waiting on my friend to come and hook it up for me. So the experience is really interesting. Like, it was annoying. And I said, I'm going to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show. I was 24 years old. I was like, I'm going to be on this show. Like, I don't know why or for what. And then I made up in my mind it was going to be because I was going to write this amazing book, right? So I would have this friend of mine, and I would tell her, I was like, okay, you be Oprah, I'm going to be me, and you're going to be interviewing me about this amazing book. And we would do this all the time. And so one day I came home, and I was like, I want to be on the show. So I got on the computer, and I went to her website, and the link came up and said, do you want to be a guest on the show? And I swear it was like really God talking to me, like, do you really want to be a guest on the show? So I clicked the link, and I did, and I filled it out. And at the show was about, it's called The Turbulent 20s, the quarter life crisis. And it was about being in your 20s, kind of like, 25, 26, 27. And you graduated from college and you're still like, I don't know what to do with my life. So it said, tell us your story. So at the time, my story was, I was in a 4-year relationship that I knew truly in my heart wasn't going anywhere, but I just didn't have the courage to leave. I was a foster parent of a 4-year-old. And that's a whole nother episode in and of itself. And I felt like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know how I became literally an instant parent. And was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing here, right? But, I was faking it till I made it. I had my master's in counseling. I was a career counselor, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life, So I was like, I felt like a complete fraud. Like, I'm trying to tell these kids what to do with their life, and I don't even know what I'm doing. So that was my story. And literally about 2 weeks after submitting that, I got a call like, hey, we want you to be a guest on the show.
That is crazy. I would have just passed out. I've been like this. Where do you need me? When's the ticket plane? I will be there tonight. Okay.
I did. It was the craziest thing. It really was. It was like, I was like, wow, this is happening. And like at the end of the show, they'd be like, guests of the Oprah Winfrey Show stay at the Omni Hotel. Well, they do, because I stayed at the Omni Hotel, and it was just a beautiful experience. But for me, it was kind of one of those things, because I had it on my list of 30 things I wanted to do before I was 30. And number 8 was be a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And I still have this list because I still have some things that I need to accomplish, even though I'm well past 30. And it was kind of one of those things that I kind of talk to people about creating the life that you want and speaking the life that you want into existence.
Oh my goodness, that is incredible. Oh my goodness. I just probably would have just passed out just the thought of just being able to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show and be able to have that experience and learn all that. And that is amazing. That is truly awesome. Like I said, a little jealous, but that's okay. A little jealous, but I'll get over it though. I'll get over it. That's all right. That's all right. So, as I said before, you're also a speaker. Can you tell us, the Black Talent TV audience, what is, some of the most important messages that you speak about?
Oh, the most important messages. That's such a great question. I think one is, I do a couple of different ones, but one is don't die a caterpillar when your birthright is to become a butterfly. And that really kind of speaks to just living your full life, living to the fullest potential, actualizing and self-realizing why you came into this world and what you came to do, and really kind of going metaphorically through the stages of a butterfly or stages of the caterpillar getting to the butterfly, and how, really truly that there's one particular stage where the caterpillar is wrapped up in the cocoon. And it talks about the fact that it is the darkest, right? The darkest right before it's about to break out. And some caterpillars actually just give up and die, right? And it's like kind of speaking to people about when you're going through that dark night of the soul, or when you're going through those dark times, that the light will come. You know, you just got to stick with it. And that transformation is not a pretty process. It's nothing pretty about the transformation process. But if you stick with it, then it does become beautiful in the end. So that's one of them, you know. And then also there's one called We Wear the Mask, which really talks about taking off the mask and living your life in the fullness and you know, authentic person, as full as you can be and authentic as you can be in this life. Because I just think with social media sometimes, you know, we're bombarded with other people's lives. And, you know, you could easily get into, well, you know, if I had that body, or if I had that car, if I had that house, then I would be happy. But really looking at what would make me happy if I were honest and I were authentic with myself, what would make me happy?
I love that. I love those, and I so agree with that. I do believe with social media now, we're just being bombarded with, you know, I like to say a glossy version of people's lives, because, you know, no one's ever going to, you know, put what's really going on in their life. They're going to put only, you know, the best parts. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I definitely hope, you know, Black Talent TV audience, you take those two quotes definitely serious, because I am, because it's definitely the truth. You know, we are dying to know, and I'm dying to know for the Black Talent TV audience, where can they go to follow you in your work?
Oh, that's great. So I am on Instagram and I am on Facebook. And both are the same, Lakara with the gift. That's Lakara with the gift. And so you can follow me there, and you can also find me on YouTube, because that's where all the episodes are. You can find me on YouTube, and that is Lakara Foster TV, Lakara Foster, Foster TV. And I've also partnered with Between Women TV as well. So we have some additional episodes that are on there. So yeah, girl, we all over the web, girl. We all over.
So make sure you guys check her out on Facebook, on Instagram. Make sure you guys check out The Gift on YouTube, because I definitely am. Make sure you guys just check her out and follow her. She's just an amazing woman who's got an incredible message to definitely spread. So make sure you guys definitely follow her. Lakara, what future projects are you involved with? If you can just give a little dish of Blacktown TV.
Oh, the future project. That is, well, we are literally getting ready to start pre-production on season 2 of The Gift, and what that will entail and what that looks like. I'm also working on my 4th book, which is called Ask, an invitation to see God in a new way. And I'm finishing up my doctorate. Like, I don't have time for nothing else, girl. I'm finishing up my doctorate in ministry. I'm telling you, I literally was like, okay, this is what we're focusing on. So we got The Gift, the show, the book, and we have, I'm finishing up my doctorate, which all of the written stuff has to be done by December. Graduation, May 11, 2019.
Oh, wow. So, yes, that sounds great. Make sure you guys definitely make sure you keep your heads up for The Gift season 2. Make sure you check out her other book that's going to be coming out. Again, like I said, she really don't got time for much else, so make sure you guys check out all the future stuff that she's got as well. But, you know, Lakara, like I said, throughout all this stuff, you also have created, yes, people, I'm going to ask if this woman sleeps sometime anytime soon. I don't know if you sleep or not, but, you know, you also have created an institute called She Speaks. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, my institute is a nonprofit organization where we empower women through workshops and seminars and retreats. So that is another aspect of what I do. But it's all, I always feel like it all kind of goes together. So I don't really feel like it's compartmentalized or it's, you know, all over the place. And so I do life coaching, and I do have women that sign up for coaching, whether it's in their careers or spiritual coaching or just life coaching, whatever they need. I mean, we do offer retreats and workshops, and our next retreat is going to be in May of 2019.
Oh my goodness, that sounds awesome. I was checking that out, and I was definitely loving the different messages I was receiving from She Speaks. So yes, make sure you guys definitely follow up more on that. As I said to the Black Talent TV audience, throughout all that, Lakara, do you sleep at all? Because it just sounds like through everything you do, I don't hear where you sleep. I don't hear where you take a break. I don't even hear where you breathe. So do you breathe at all with your busy schedule? Because it doesn't sound like it.
That is so funny. It's funny because I have I get it from my father. I have a very, very odd sleep pattern. I don't feel like I need a lot of sleep. So I do get a couple of hours at night. But, I'm one of those people that believe, and I've read it and I've heard it over and over, when you love what you do, it just doesn't feel like work. Like you'll never work a day in your life. And so I thoroughly enjoy helping people to, go to the next level, to level up, to transform. That's exciting for me. It rejuvenates me. It energizes me when I'm doing readings and people call me for readings, again, because they want to connect with their loved ones because they have questions, and they want closure and they want some peace. And to see that healing take place, within the 30-minute, 45-minute session, it's the most amazing thing. And I'm so humbled that God would choose me for, to be able to use these gifts to help people. So I'm like, I be so excited in the morning. I wake up eager for the day, like what we got, right? I'm like, if I didn't die, I wake up, girl, and I be like, got 'em. Let's try it again.
Love it. Love it. That's the type of attitude I definitely want to have one day, where I love what I'm doing. It doesn't even feel like work. It's just what I love to do. I want to have that exact same attitude. I love it. That's exactly the goal that I'm definitely reaching for one day, is to have that exact same attitude.
Awesome.
So what goals, speaking of goals, what goals, because everyone has goals in their careers, do you have any goals in your career that you want to reach?
Yes, I have a goal. My goal is to have the #1 show on the OWN network. That is my goal. I want the gift to be on, the gift to be on the Oprah Winfrey Network. That is my biggest goal right now. So
that is awesome. That is that'd be great. Oh my goodness, that would be awesome. You plus Oprah together, it's a powerhouse.
Again, right. Like, again, I think it would be an incredible full circle moment, another full circle moment, like having been on the show at 24, trying to figure out what to do with my life, and back on the show again, 20 years later, if you will, like, haha, I figured it out.
That would be great. Oh my goodness, Oprah. Anybody from the Oprah Network, if you're listening in, we got another great show for you. Tyler Perry, move over. We have another person that can probably take over your spot. Let's make this happen, people. Let's make this happen.
Yes. I want to do a whole campaign. I keep telling everybody we're going to do a whole @Oprah campaign. Like, this show is going to be on the OWN network. Let's
do it. You definitely got Black Talent TV support. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's do it.
I love it.
All right, Lakara, coming at you with the final question. As a speaker, what advice can you give to not only to the Black Talent TV audience, but young folks just listening in, kind of whether they're a speaker, writer, or whatever, what advice could you give them? What advice and message can you give
them? The advice that I would give them is to understand that we have an anointed yes and an appointed no. An anointed yes and an appointed no. And what I mean by that is that there are people that have been appointed to tell you no. So when you get these rejections, right, they're assigned so that you can keep moving in the direction that you're supposed to go in to get the anointed yes, which I believe aligns with your destiny. But you got to go through those no's. You got to get those rejection letters. You got to get fired. You got to get laid off. You got to get your heart broke. You got to have those things. And eventually all of those roads lead to where I believe the universe ultimately wants us to be. So your appointed no and your anointed yes. And when you get those no's, like, just take it as a sign that, yep, got to keep moving. That wasn't it. Got to keep moving.
Exactly. I love it. Everyone definitely, heed to Lakara's words. She's a very successful woman, so she definitely knows what she is talking about, and, definitely continue to stride on. I definitely agree to that. Lakara, it has been such a pleasure to be speaking with you today. I really appreciate you giving us your words and thoughts, and I cannot wait to see more of the gift. I cannot wait to read more of your books and just to hear more of your message that you have.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate being a guest on your show. You're an amazing interviewer. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We here at Black Talent TV, we love hearing that type of compliments and words. So that really, really humbles us. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone, I want to make sure to, emphasize my point. Make sure you follow Lakara Foster on Instagram, on Facebook. Make sure you guys check out the gift that is on YouTube. Like she said, the Gift Season 2 is in pre-production, so hopefully we'll be seeing that sometime on YouTube again soon. Make sure you guys check her out as a writer, as a speaker, and everything else. Just make sure you guys contact her because, like I said, she's an amazing woman with an amazing message, and it definitely needs to be heard worldwide. And of course, any Oprah Winfrey fans out there that would like to spread the message that we got a new person that would love to work with Oprah, that'd be great as well. So make sure you guys yeah, make sure you guys do that. Absolutely. So again, I would like to thank our guest, Miss Lakara Foster. I want to thank everyone for listening in. Again, if you guys would like to interview with me or advertise with Black Talent TV, make sure you guys hit us up at info@blacktalentTV.com. We're always happy to hear from you guys. But until then, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Miss Lakara. You guys have a wonderful day. You guys know I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Simone Jackson. Till then, I will be seeing you guys soon. Bye.
Goodbye.